This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Chesapeake Eye Center.
Can you put the blueberry pie down for a second?
It's so
Just for a
good.
second.
I'm just celebrating.
You're not going to leave me any.
Good stuff.
So other than a few rain showers, the weather really has been amazing.
It
It's
has been.
absolutely gorgeous. It almost makes putting up with all those allergy symptoms a little easier.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The sneezing, runny nose, the itchy eyes. Have you ever wondered what's going on in your body that causes your eyes to become so irritated? Well, Delmarva Life's Sean Stryker set out to find the science behind the symptom and ways to combat the annoying side effect.
Blooming flowers, budding trees, and dry, itchy eyes. The telltale signs that spring is here.
Our bodies are a virtual war zone, okay? We have all these little things to attack us called allergens. These beautiful trees you see, the grasses, all these pollens, they're coming at us full tilt.
And Dr. Catherine Smoot with Chesapeake Eye Center says when it comes to allergies, we're in the thick of a bad spring season.
There's all kinds of allergens. These allergens in the spring, we're looking at the trees, the grasses, the flowers. Okay, that starts about February and goes right on till early spring. The warmer the winter and the wetter your spring, probably the worst symptoms you're going to have. Well, guess what we've had this year?
So what is actually going on in our bodies that causes our eyes to become irritated?
Well, is what happens, our body says, okay, on guard, especially in your eyes, is what you have. You have 50 million mast cells sitting there waiting to fight these little allergens. And every one of those little mast cells is filled with hundreds of little soldiers called histamine. So is what happens is these allergens come in, they hit our body, the IgE, which is one of our antibodies, gets on that mast cell and causes it to open up and release all these little histamine soldiers. Well, when those histamine soldiers get out there, they start running crazy. And they do all kinds of stuff. They're trumping all over everything and hitting the nerves so your eyes start itching and burning. And they're attacking your little blood vessels so they get dilated and your eyes get red. And then they're rumping through all the white tissues of your eyes so they become all boggy and swollen.
Luckily, Dr. Smoot says there are things we can do to fight these symptoms.
Simple things are wearing protective eyewear will provide sort of a physical barrier somewhat. Cool compresses if you got a lot of lid swelling. There are all kinds of pharmaceutical products out there. Some are over the counter, some are not. Some of them work by antihistamines, meaning once those little soldiers are released, trying to get rid of the little soldiers and block them. Some of them are what we call mast cell stabilizers. So they try to get on the cells before they release the little soldiers and make them real stable so they don't let them go. And some are combination products.
When it comes to eye drops, Dr. Smoot warns against using anything that promises to get the red out for too long.
Because that can actually make your eyes redder in the long run.
Other things, like keeping a clean house, can also help.
Pet dander in your house, dust mites in your house, allergens, so keep your bed linens clean, freshly laundered. If you keep your windows open, make sure you're dusting and wiping down the pollens as they come in.
Which are precautions you should take. Dr. Smoot says if left untreated, what started as allergies can turn into a more serious problem.
Some people have real severe allergies and what we call vernal keratoconjunctivitis, where they actually can have long-term effects, scarring of the conjunctival tissues, corneal scarring, but these are more severe cases.
But for the most part, Dr. Smoot says allergies are just an annoyance that can prevent you from enjoying all Delmarva has to offer.
We live on the Eastern Shore. I'm native, I can tell you. If you live on the shore, you're going to have allergies, asthma, or sinus. So you're going to have symptoms of something. So just go out and enjoy it. Try wearing protective eyewear. Try the artificial tears. Maybe you need your Claritin or Zyrtec or Allegra or Benadryl, whatever your antihistamine is. And if you find you're not controlling your symptoms on a regular basis, consult with your eye care professional and see if they can help.
I guess the good news is today's rain is washing away, or at least keeping it down a little bit.
You know how people like to people watch? I like to watch people sneeze. I have never seen so many different ways of sneezing